To the Final Four with Texas in 2003 with T.J. Ford as his point guard. Rick Barnes, one of the truly great coaches, not just today, but all time in college basketball.
Elite Eight last year. We are underway here in Nashville. And it's the Volunteers with the first possession of the afternoon. Ziegler defended by Mark. Chaz Lanier, big-time shooter for the Vols. Jordan Pope is on him. Arthur Kaluma to the deck to knock it away. And finally a tie-up, and the possession arrow is going to give it to Texas. Good.
But I actually like a team that comes in after having played. You know, sometimes you try to feel your way into a tournament when you're playing against a team that's already played a couple of games.
So again, keep an eye on this guy, number 20, Trey Johnson, as that is deflected out of bounds. To beat Akpara, a very good shot blocker. Milicic can shoot the three very well. Lanier gets inside and it goes.
Gets opened up the middle for Chaz Lanier.
The transfer from North Florida, a Nashville native who averaged just under 18 points per game this season.
Well, look at Zakai Ziegler. He just sticks with you like glue.
And the lay-in for Kaluma. You know what nobody says after playing Tennessee? Who have played a lot of college basketball. An underachieving regular season for the Longhorns. I think 10 and 14 overall when they got here. But the wins over Vandy and A&M have kind of changed their outlook a little bit. Mark, the lefty, gets to the rim.
Well, if you can get down.
Just returned a couple of weeks ago.
I think Weaver really changes this team because he plays with such an edge.
Here's Meshack, the kick. Milicic open for three. Weak side putback by Meshack.
Which you might make.
Lanier gets it off. Boy, he can clear some space. And
it was a fade screen, and then when he went to get him again. You have to fight so hard to get over that fade screen. You're vulnerable to getting re-screened. Two out-of-bounds plays, one under, one on the side that Chaz Lanier has scored off of.
Kaluma kicks it to Weaver. A good look at a three and count it.
It's more a help and recover.
And then somehow Lanier is wide open.
UConn, all the games they lost were in conference that year. And that's the same for Tennessee this year.
Mark drives, a lot of traffic. And Darlin Stone-Dubar got a piece of it. Kaluma knocks down a three.
Extra pass. And they get a wide open shot as a result of it. But it takes a loose ball to get something open.
Kaluma doing a good job out on the perimeter on Lanier. Lanier will step back for a three and bury it. A long two, they're saying. That was good defense.
Like last year, where he found Dalton Connect out of Northern Colorado, who was the Roy Hobbs of college basketball. He found another one.
Lanier again. Jason Kent, no, but a foul.
Has honed his ability to move without the ball. Set up his cuts.
Andy, a couple of days ago, 10 rebounds in 16 minutes. This Texas team has dealt with a lot of injuries and again to this season where they've had their full complement of scholarship players, and 3 of those 5 are in this tournament.
Yeah, Ken had a wrist injury. What did he miss? 8?
Yeah. Jordan Gainey. His dad, Justin, the associate head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Justin Gainey is basically the defensive coordinator of this team.
Great pass inside, a bucket for Kent. Julian Larry with the assist.
It's wide open. That's where Jordan Gainey needed to come in off the opposite corner.
Larry on Lanier right now. Larry giving up some size in that matchup, but boy, he made him work hard. But he will be called for a foul on the play. Dykes, Molly McGrath tonight. By the way,
timeout, you get another point.
And now he's got 15. Mark for 3. And Phillips taps it to Meshack, and back comes Tennessee.
Boy, what a nice job by Kate Phillips to corral that ball.
Meshack to a cutting Lanier for 2 more.
Phillips cut first. Phillips is so active. He'll get a lob before this game's over.
And he's healthier than he was at the beginning of the season. No longer wearing that shoulder harness he had for much of the year as Mark lays it in.
Boy, what a terrific pass by Trey Johnson on 3 in SEC play.
Larry can't get the shot off over Lanier. Now Kent. Now Johnson. And he's on the board.
With 2 players contesting that.
Again, Meshack on Johnson. Pope into the paint. And it goes to make it a 1-point game.
That game against Arkansas.
Had a monster game earlier in the season against New Orleans. 42 points. Ziegler, a beautiful feed. Their second all-time on the Tennessee assist list. And he'll be #1 if Tennessee just...
Texas really missed Jason Kent when he was out. He's a good player.
Meshack back to Gainey. Got his man in the air to say the least. Left it short, but he's fouled on the... So here's Gainey. Made them both. Ziegler. Milicic. Somehow finds Gainey. Still plenty of time. Gainey a miss. Meshack a rebound.
Guess who?
Milicic for 3. 5 offensive rebounds have led to 9 points. Second chance points for the Vols. Swatted away by Akpara. Ziegler. Milicic, and he's fouled. Is at the line right now for the Vols. A big guy with 7 rebounds per game.
Yeah, an inside-out big. He can stretch you.
Shedrick foul. Ziegler came over to try to knock it away.
How about the job gear there? Just didn't seem to crack the lineup as often.
Chich trying to get by Kaluma, lost it. Run down by Lanier with 10 on the shot clock. Meshack finds the lane and lays it in.
Akpara blocked the shot. That was a really nice job by Felix Akpara. Something that doesn't show up in the box score.
Pope from 18. Right there, and Texas. Meshack guarded by Kaluma.
Grabbed his shirt.
Yeah.
Florida. Nobody does it better than he does, but Akpara.
Smaller than Kaluma when he was trying to back Kaluma down. Kaluma fouled. Another screen by Shedrick. Frees up Mark, but a block. Followed by Shedrick goes. Again, Johnson in the far corner has not been all that involved. Here he comes to get a touch.
He got fouled right there. It doesn't get called.
Shedrick gives it back to him. Deep in the corner. Again, he will take shots.
Aiden Shedrick credit there. He set a great screen that forced Tennessee to emergency switch.
Johnson 2 for 3, 5 points. Gainey into Akpara. And he scores over Shedrick.
Stayed patient and still was able to complete the play. But Texas is really hanging in there. The Longhorns are not playing poorly by any stretch.
Mark flying into the bucket in as many days, and yesterday they needed double overtime to win. This is Tennessee's first appearance here in this tournament.
A lot different for Tennessee. Great pass.
Milicic from Meshack.
Well, you're so worried about Chaz Lanier.
Ziegler still on the bench with 2 fouls. Went there at the 6:34 mark in our first game today. When they started and what they look like now.
They do that for announcers. But
We as a crew should not be doing it.
It's called after and really after.
Yeah. It's not going to shed us in a positive light. Mark somehow sees Pope, and he knocks down a 3 to make it a 3-point game.
Trey Johnson went under there. Rather fortunate. Now the switch.
Lanier, the left-handed lay-in, 2 more. He's got 19.
But when you go under that screening action up top and you wind up switching, that puts Jason Kent in a really tough position. Another bucket for Chaz Lanier.
Shot clock turned off. Final seconds of the first half.
Got the switch now.
Mark into the paint, puts the brakes on, and hit it. What a play by Tremont Mark right at the end of the first half. 4 seed in the SEC with just a 3-point lead after this terrific individual effort by Tremont Mark. 20 minutes in, playing their 3rd game in as many days, trying to pick up another big win and move on to the semifinals. Johnson starting off on Ziegler.
And you have Tremont Mark guarding Lanier.
Ziegler lays it in. Welcome back, Zakai Meshack. He's trying. Somehow got it off and hits. Wow. How much effort went into that? And look on Ziegler right now. Ziegler into the paint. Hits again.
Boy, he had a cutter, Igor Milicic, along the baseline from the right corner.
Good execution by Tennessee. Couldn't finish it. Mark turning the corner on Ziegler. And Milicic down with it. Mark wanted a foul call.
Okpara with another really good contest at the rim.
Again, Meshack cuts, and this time he finishes.
Got a little drag.
Finds Kaluma. Going to work on Milicic. Another tough basket for Texas.
Boy, but every time we're talking about the tough twos that they're having to make.
Okpara is in some pain right now. He's holding the back of his head as if maybe he took an elbow to the back of the head or something, but he is still in there. But he is in some discomfort right now as Ziegler is fouled.
Zakai Ziegler saw to get him the ball. He's been excellent on the glass. It's like a scene from Braveheart.
Okpara now on Johnson out beyond the arc. The freshman is going to size him up, try to seize this opportunity. Draws the foul. And I think that's what...
A little step back, and then he goes into a little up fake. He's just kind of in the cylinder, really.
I tell you what, at the NBA level, he's going to draw a ton of fouls. He's
Defender. Offensively, he's
18-2 in the league this year. Kelsey named ACC Coach of the Year. Milicic, a terrific drive and finish.
well, that's
Gainey in there in the backcourt along with Ziegler.
I think that Tennessee can get some slips after these screens.
Gainey blocked by Kaluma. Here comes Larry in transition. And he is fouled by Cade Phillips.
Just everybody for Tennessee below the
minutes a game. Assist to turnover ratio.
But that shot that he took from Igor Milicic early in the game.
Still close, a 6-point lead for the Volunteers.
And there was the slip.
And a great pass. Lanier found Phillips. Weaver stolen away by Ziegler. And a lay-in at the other end. Lanier fouled and hits.
Another really good screen by much attention. And he has done a much better job. You're worried about him instead of running your offense.
Johnson again. Defended by Gainey. By Shedrick, who slams it home.
What a fantastic finish by Shedrick.
Now 6 for Shedrick. Second assist of the day for Johnson. Gainey. A 3 at the end.
Johnson just got caught underneath the Cade Phillips screen.
Shedrick gets another touch. Bumped by Phillips and finishes in spite of it.
Yeah, he got fouled targeting Trey Johnson.
And Cade Phillips with the tip out, and Lanier runs it down.
And Johnson's getting a little bit frustrated.
Phillips. And a foul. And hit.
For the Auburn basketball program and in this game. He set great screens, offensive rebounding.
I don't think Trey Johnson has had a single catch and shoot look in this game. No, all 5 of his attempts have been a lot of hard work just to get them. Like this one. Weak side rebound, Shedrick, and he's fouled. It'll be on Milicic. You can hear where most of the support is going. Ziegler driving, finishing again.
Yeah, they go right at Trey Johnson.
Meshack backs it out to Ziegler. 6 assists already today for Zakai Ziegler. And a bump there by Johnson.
Ziegler was going to get a Meshack screen, but basically Wade's been terrific in his minutes in this game. And he leads the Volunteers in offensive.
As mentioned, an 89%
defensive end. Make him guard.
Do with him than your typical guy?
Yeah. Well, and he's athletic too.
Yeah.
That's a flop.
Lanier gets called for the offensive foul.
That's a flop.
It could go over to the Longhorns. Mark. And a beautiful driving dish to Jason Kemp.
They got to pull that ball to the right side of his body before dropping it off.
And Trey Johnson, I think, would be determined.
I can't imagine that with the win.
Instead into Mark. Kaluma calling for it. And Gainey fouls him.
Yeah, just had his arms wrapped around it.
And a miss.
He giveth, then he taketh away, then he giveth back again.
So he's -1 through it all. Pope up and in.
The way is by turnovers and fouls, and we've seen that in the last few possessions. You got to make Texas come get it.
Par of the catch. Short. Meshack, no, but a late whistle and a foul.
And it gets so wrapped up in last team in, first team out, all that stuff. Have a lot of pride in winning these tournament championships.
I mean, a banner's still a... Ziegler today with 6 assists has set the Tennessee single season record, and he's gone over the 700 assist in his career. That mark. So closing in on another record there as Miller. Many days for the Longhorns, including the double overtime win yesterday. Pope, nice no-look pass into Weaver. Tipped up and in. Got his...
Or Jeremiah Meshack is the Kendall Weaver of Tennessee.
Ziegler driving, another foul and another basket.
His feet after getting hit with that screen. Just absorb the contact. You know, one thing about Zakai Ziegler, he's not only quick, he's strong. And he gets lower. His shoulders are lower. He can absorb that bump, the leverage with which he plays in a respected play. There's not a coach in this league that wouldn't want Zakai Ziegler.
See, Defensive Player of the Year, the all-time steals leader in Tennessee history. Unbelievable career. Pope gets by him. Shedrick gathers and finishes and will head to the line.
Barnes calls him to say, I want you as a coach. And I think it was you that pointed out when Jim Larinaga retired at Miami, maybe the greatest storyteller in basketball. He said, now it's Rick Barnes.
Yeah, he moved up to #1. Don't want to put any pressure on you, Rick. And Texas possibly find a way to make one more charge. Caden Shedrick. Who said they got tired leg? Mark, no. Weaver flying in there for the rebound and draws the foul. They may not win it, but give these Longhorns credit. And Rodney Terry that he can stay. And he made them both. On a few more seconds off, have another possession.
And how do you keep Cade Phillips off the offensive glass?
Back of the line.
Or when you're looking at them, they're always ready. Yeah, Jimmy's probably on the tarmac getting the jet on.
Yeah. That jet's getting more and more crowded.
Yeah, he's not letting you into first class.
Kaluma driving on Milicic. Tipped by Weaver. And Kaluma called for a foul. It looked like an aggravation of the shoulder issue. Quite a bit more than he normally does.
Yeah, he ran it very effectively.
Yeah. Ziegler fouled by Pope. He held a squad, backcourt and front court.
And
they're all right there.
But you can't talk about the best team in the country right now without mentioning Florida. A good help by Cade Phillips just to slow that advance.
Pope and a foul call on Ziegler.
Three. Yeah. Jermaine Meshack.
Milicic just slipped. Fortunately, okay. A wet spot on the floor.
That was a bigger wet spot.
Taken away by Kaluma. Final minute. Weaver. Boy, how much credit do you have to be said for Carolina? Although flag or no flag, a win over Duke would be significant for the Tar Heels tonight. The foul by Kent. 51 Tigers.
At the quality of performance and what looks like it's going to be a loss for Texas. It's been pretty impressive. That's not a good foul by
for the Longhorns. I think so. No, but the mascot. Let's stay out of trouble for 39 and a half more seconds. Gainey. And Kent fouls again.
When you're salting the game away.
Gainey both. Hope no. Whoa.
That's not a foul.
I mean, Weaver.
Oh, please. What? Over the back is fine. On the back. I think that's a foul. Well, look, this is the SEC. It just means
the officials and saying, come on, guys.
Yeah, that was a miss.
Johnson, another tough shot. The three won't go. Tipped by Shedrick. 10 seconds to go. And Pope continuing to foul.
As good a job as you could hope for. Compelling case as to who they played and the quality of win they've had.
Tennessee will get some rest, watch some film, grab a meal, and we will have a doozy tomorrow in the first semifinal. Tennessee and Auburn. And then a steal to seal it. Good friends, Rick Barnes, Rodney Terry. The victory goes to Barnes and Tennessee here today by a score of 83-72, setting the stage for what